We just saw season 1, episode 18 of Gilmore Girls. And I'm about to tell Carrie for the first time what this episode is called. She just met the original Lorelai. And we're going to get into this episode. Hi, I'm Chemda.
I'm Carrie.
And this is Gilmore Friends. We're at gilmorefriends.com. And before we go to this great grandparents' house with the cold open, we want to give a warm welcome to our new Patreon member, Lilo. Lilo, hope you're enjoying all the free perks of Gilmore Friends membership. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
We love you, Lilo, and we hope it's not Lilo. We think it's Lilo. But if it's Lilo, write in and tell us, because we're sorry.
And if it's not Lilo, write in and tell us anyway, because we love hearing from you.
Yeah.
All right. Cold open. We are at grandparents' house. Richard and Emily Gilmore.
What was this episode called?
Oh, that's right. The third Gilmore. No, the third Lorelai. Sorry.
Oh, that would have been a spoiler. Okay. Right? I would have called it Trix, and then I would have spelled Trix in 2 different ways.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
How about I would have called it It's Tricky to Rock. No, I'll come up with it. Yeah. It's Trixie to Rock.
It's Trixie to Rock. That's perfect. That is not confusing or weird in any way.
To rock around the clock.
Tricks are for kids. Tricks are for Gilmores.
Emily be tricked.
Yeah.
Emily gets tricked.
Oh yeah, Emily gets tricked.
Yes.
That. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They didn't ask us. They just did the show. All right. So yeah, we start off at dinner.
Yes, and Richard's not there yet. It's just the girls. And Emily we see her getting a little bit uppity about how there's no conversation flowing. Here's what I love about people who notice that the conversation isn't flowing. For you all who want to point it out, we know. We're all in quiet. It might be a little awkward. You going, I can't believe we can't talk. Somebody say something is not really helpful, Emily. What do you think? I
mean, I think she's so used to the Gilmore Girls being so chatty. They usually have this very ping-pongy banter. So them being quiet is much more noticeable than it would be for like normal folk.
That's a good point.
But I think forcing people to have a conversation is gross too. Be like, you guys, we ought to talk about something. I mean, I went to a dinner party once and we all kept complimenting the food for like 10 minutes. And finally the host was like, I really appreciate it. I honestly do, but we've got to have something better to talk about.
See, but I think the person who says we got to have something better to talk about should have already thought of something better to talk about and say that instead of you all should come up with something better to talk about.
What's the deal with the Pope? You know,
or like if we're keep complimenting your dinner, then say, oh yeah, here's where I got the recipe for the mashed potatoes or whatever, and where do you get your recipes?
I think we had exhausted all that. I think we had done all that, and then we kept like just naming other dishes, and she kept,
oh boy,
like how long did this take? And she was like, you guys, like,
oh Lord, oh my God,
and it wasn't said in a mean way, like because she appreciated everyone, you like making a nice meal, but she was like, we got to change the subject. Like we got to have something else to talk about.
If I was younger, I'd be like, oh, it sounds like you guys don't like each other. But to me, it sounds like you guys are so close that you might have already talked so much in your lives that you might have been caught up.
But also she's underestimating how crappy I normally eat. So like a magnificent meal from a peer is like your hair is blown back. She's used to her eating, her food. So she doesn't realize that her food like blows my mind. So when I'm like, this is so good, she's like, thank you. And I'm like, no, seriously.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I got to send her this clip.
Can you get me an invite next time? I love food.
Yeah.
I'll come with conversation like Paris did later in the episode, which we'll get to.
I mean, we have to get to that because I have comments about Paris's note writing. But you're right. First things first. We're at Grandma's house.
Yeah. So the thing that Lorelai, of course, says when somebody forces her to say something, because Emily goes, the Kennedys always had something to say. They would quiz each other. They would share trivia. I'm like, okay, that's fun.
Yeah, you really didn't like that. I thought that sounded fun. Like a lively dinner conversation for like a political family sounds like not a terrible thing.
But quizzing each other and also Emily pointing that out when it's like, all right, then bring some trivia and quiz me. Again, like you are it's sort of like you're blaming other people for the thing that you are fully involved in.
And
just
like, we're not,
the
that's
same.
not this isn't a quiz, a political quiz kind of family.
Yeah.
This is a more, conversational.
Tell us about your week then. You start. You're the one who's most annoyed by it. Then and you actually bring the conversation down. But of course, Lorelai tells a joke. She says a butt model makes $10,000 a day. That's her little trivia. And of course, it bothers Emily, which is
Did someone look up what a butt model makes? Do we have a fact check on that?
No.
We're not allowed to use our phones during the show, or I would.
Well, I like leaving it to the audience because, I love when people comment, like just responding to what we said on the episode. So if you don't even know what we said, it seems like we're mid-conversation. Absolutely love it. All right.
We need to hear from butt models.
Oh, yeah. Do we have a butt model listening? We need to hear from your butt.
Damn straight.
Then Richard joins.
Yes, Richard joins first, but then did you hear the $1,500 a session for a butt model? $300 to $1,500? $300?
Lorelai was off.
Lorelai was way off.
Yeah, our producer just told us $300 to $1,500 per session, but maybe she knows better butts.
Yeah.
All right.
I bet Lorelai's butt could make $10,000.
Oh, or for high end, it can go up to 20,000.
What makes a high end butt model?
That is high on the end. Hey-oh.
Hey. All right. So Richard comes in, and then Emily uses the name of their helper. And what name was it?
Their maid. We're still allowed to say the word maid.
The word maid. I wasn't thinking maid, though, because I was like, isn't it their housekeeper? Their housekeeper. So what was the name she used?
I think she used Siri.
I think she said Siri, too, which was very funny because Siri, bring me another plate, is something I might say.
And something you might have just...
phone up. I might have just woke my phone up. God damn it.
It can't be because your phone is off.
It is off, but she still hears it when you say Siri. Hey, Siri, can you hear me? She's up.
What?
Oh. And only listen when you're talking to me.
Sorry, we're talking. Sorry.
When your phone's off?
No, it's off. It's not on. It's on sleep. Oh my God.
On sleep.
It's on do not disturb, but she still hears her name.
Do not disturb. Yes, because it's other people disturbing.
That's right.
All right.
Anyway,
let's not wake the genie anymore.
Bring daddy a plate of food. Then what does Richard reveal? Grandma's coming to town. His mother, Lorelai's grandmother, Rory's great grandmother.
Now, so when he brought up that his mother is coming to town, this is your first time watching. What did you read on Emily?
Emily wigs out.
The right first away thing you saw it?
She wigs out fast. She goes, when? And they ignore her for a second. And she goes, when? I think they ignore her like 3 times. And finally she gets their attention. And she's like, when? And he goes, 1 week from today. And she goes, excuse me. And she gets up immediately. And I wrote down, we don't normally see Emily flustered.
Right.
She's immediately excuses herself from the table. And then she's flustered.
Yeah. And that's the end of the cold open. But I think for the first time after the theme song, we come back to the Gilmore house, but we go to their giant basement.
Their enormous, well-lit basement.
That is at least as big as, it's bigger than any apartment I've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
For
sure.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah. And there's a wall of wine bottles down there, because of course there is.
Yep. And there's all these, she says 35 years worth of, this is Emily, 35 years worth of fish lamps, lion tables, stupid naked angels with their butts.
I love it. Because we haven't heard Emily say the word butts yet.
Right. And she's wigging out. And this is when Lorelai goes right into, and she jokes around a little bit, and Emily really hates that she's joking around, but she starts empathizing a little with her mom. And it's really interesting what Emily decided to pass down, because she's just as critical of Lorelai, and now you see that she's feeling it from the higher ups as well. So,
but I think this scene humanized Emily quite a bit, because everyone's got a boss, right? And like Emily is freaking out a little bit, and I was like, okay, because that means that she's not unflappable, you know?
Right. And in fact, she's freaking out a lot. And as per usual, and I think as per usual in a setting like Emily and Richard's relationship, he's not going to show that he's not going to show any empathy. He's not going to address that she's flustered. This is just, my mother's coming to town. He's thrilled. And he doesn't even recognize that his wife is absolutely bonkers right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She says, Emily says about Lorelai Sr., she gives you a present, then tells you where to put it, how to use it, how much it costs for insurance purposes only, of course.
Yes, yes.
I love that.
I love that.
Also, I love knowing how much things cost, not for judgment purposes and not for insurance, just for like, oh, that's interesting. You know, did you get a deal or...
I'm always just curious, and it has nothing to do with judging the giver. I'm just curious about how much things cost.
Agreed.
And
I'm not even curious about your, like, why you would spend that much, or is it,
but if someone's like, I took a trip around the world, my first thought, I might not say it out loud, would be like, I wonder how much that costs. Like, how much does it actually cost to take a trip around I Googled it, by the way, about $35,000. But
that's pretty good. Because
I know. Well, that's if you do it on the cheap. But like, that's my first thought. Like, if someone buys a house, I'm like, how much is a house? Like,
I know that you and I got closer. First of all, we're Gilmore friends, so obviously we're closer.
Right.
But second, we got closer because I can expect you to ask me about that now. And you also respond very openly about financials as well.
Yeah.
And
well,
you're not embarrassed by it. It's not taboo. And I really appreciate that about you, because it feels like it's coming from a warm place. And I don't want there to be things that we just can't bring up because, oh, is it going to be this, that, or the net? No, it's Carrie.
Well,
just ask her.
There's also the running joke, not a running joke, but there's like a New York City thing where it's not taboo to ask somebody's rent, especially when you're young. When you're in your 20s and 30s, it is not taboo to be like, nice place. What's the rent? Not weird, because your friends are all in the same boat. I think as you get older, it becomes more taboo. But I'm still, my mindset is still like, no, now I'm proud of my rent because I'm rent stabilized, you know?
Yeah.
So like now people are, now people hate me because I have a cheap rent, but I earned it, man. I stayed here a long time. But so I think that's a very New York City thing to be like, what is housing cost? Because that is a huge conversation for New York City people.
I can see that. I also not only would want to know how much your rent is, I want an apartment tour of every single apartment in New York.
Oh, yeah. I want the closet tour. Yeah.
Ooh.
Show me all the closets. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're seeing Emily flip out. We know that it's a week from now when Lorelai comes and we get to Chilton. Now, where we left off, as we all know. Oh, wait, there is on the way home.
Yeah, there's a really quick scene on the way home, and Lorelai admits that she doesn't know her grandmother very well. And I missed it because I was writing down that Emily was freaking out. When did they move to London?
So let's see. She said, Lorelai says she moved to London when Grandpa died. And then she also said that Lorelai said her parents would visit once a year, leaving her behind, and she was really glad about that. And that was pretty much it. She said the last time Lorelai saw her grandmother was when she was 12.
Okay.
And Rory said that Richard Gilmore said that she reminds her of his mother, which is a huge compliment, which I don't think anyone was surprised by, right? Because Richard loves his mother in the same way that he loves Rory. They can do no wrong. They're so smart. They're perfect. You know, nobody mess with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all we got.
Yeah, Richard does not see a lot of subtext. Like he's not really looking beneath the surface of conversation.
He's not interested. I believe that men his age think that that's none of their business.
Yeah.
You know, like
they're just not interested. It's like
if his wife is freaking out, that's just what women do. You know, it's
right? It's none of his
Her-
business if his wife is freaking out.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So then we're at school and we are planning a new government.
Yes. And Paris being a dictator, but pretending like she's not.
Yep.
And also, we were left in the last episode. One of the final scenes was Rory and Tristan kissed, and then Rory cried and left
and ran out of the room.
Now, here's the thing: that party was on a Saturday. We see them planning for the government on a Friday, which means an entire week has passed. We know it's Friday.
Dinner. Oh, you're right.
We know it's Friday because Paris says, I secured the classroom to work tomorrow and Sunday. So Tristan and Rory have been awkward for an entire week.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, you're right. The party was on.
I started noticing time because you are noticing time when the writers are messing up, and
because it's Friday night is always dinner. So we always so they had that dinner, and then another week goes by because but do we have another Friday night dinner?
So
yes, because grandma comes. Yes. Okay. So, oh my God. Yeah. So it just, they had awkwardness and it came to a head planning a government.
Yeah. And even Paris was like, oh, Tristan, you and Rory should be king and queen, which they get out of, but they're feeling very awkward. And it's a little bit obvious that they're feeling awkward, but she never really liked Tristan. But anyway, after they leave the classroom, Rory goes back for her notebook. She runs into Tristan and she says, I think we need to talk. We have 2.5 years left. We can't just go on like this. And you were so anti that.
What are you going to talk about? I don't see any need to talk about it. What are you going to say?
I don't either, but I always admired that she can do that.
I agree that people should talk about things more. But some things are just we could just move on.
But they can't. It's been a week and she's like, we can't just keep acting stupid around each other. I just know I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say we have to talk because I would not have the guts to do that, especially after I kiss someone and then we're not even a thing.
I think if I liked them, okay, I think it would depend on whether or not I like them.
And she doesn't like him.
And she doesn't like him. We think. And I'm annoyed that Tristan's now a friend when he was so creepy and gross.
But he did apologize, but okay.
All right. Yeah. So we're supposed to be warming up to Tristan. I get it.
I guess.
But I'm still not team Tristan yet.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this?
But she doesn't have to talk.
She does not like him. So she has no reason to be like, we should clear the air so that we can be best friends. So I can make you like me. Or, she doesn't want to be his friend and she doesn't want to be his girlfriend. So why does she want to talk about it?
See, I saw her as she does want to be friends, just like she wants to be friends with Paris, the mean girls, Tristan. She just wants them to stop this BS that they're doing where they made her enemy without even knowing her. I believe that she's like, oh, I'll just like you until you like me, or kill him with kindness, things like that. I believe that she's still in that headspace.
If she wants to be Tristan's friend, all you got to do is take him to a Bengals concert. Done. That's how Rory makes friends in this universe.
Right. And you know what? As you can see, Rory is now very cool with Paris. She's cool with the mean girls. She brought them coffee and clown donuts. And here's my thing. Oh, that's later. Excuse me. That's
it is later. Okay. Yeah, they're feeling awkward. She says, we need to talk. Is that where they go out? They eventually talk outside.
Yeah. After we come back to Chilton.
And then first she says to him, why don't you date Paris? Now, what I find funny is that Paris told us many episodes ago that they've known each other since they were 5.
Mm-hmm.
This thought has never once occurred to Tristan.
It has. He's not interested.
So why does he?
Because Rory's an idiot. I'm sorry. Rory.
Why doesn't he shut it down? When Rory's like, what about Paris? And he's like, why doesn't he say, no, I've already thought of that because I had 10 years to think about that and I don't like her. He
kind of said that. And I think in this situation, he's kind of like Luke with Lorelai. He'll say yes to anything, Rory. He just wants to be friends with her. Not friends, but he wants he will do it for Rory.
For Rory? Well, then
Yeah.
he's an idiot because you're messing with another person at this point.
Yeah. But he's been messing with
I'm
with
saying
Rory.
he's a
been messing with
psychopath. I don't know.
Yes.
When people are like, Team Tristan is like, what are you doing?
I don't
What are you
know.
doing?
I really think it's because he's good looking and charming, which I guess is, and that is what charming used to be, is just, you're a jerk. You're actually a jerk. And I can't imagine being a nice guy at that time. And even now, but like more that time, when guys were jerks and pulling your ponytail and calling you Mary and just being a jerk all the time. They were the charismatic ones. Imagine you're being like a nice person, good boy. And it's like, why is anyone talking to Tristan when I'm doing my homework and respecting you? And he apparently is charismatic. And I used to fall for that. The idiot was the charismatic one. I mean, think about every TV series that we saw that included a boy. What is his name? Okay, let's play a little bit. The Full House, Candace Cameron, had a brother, Kirk Cameron. The show with Kirk Cameron. That guy's a jerk. Oh, Saved by the Bell.
Oh, yeah. Those guys were jerks.
No, actually, Slater was a really nice guy. What's his face was a jerk.
Zach was a jerk.
He was a jerk. And meanwhile, we're supposed to think like, why is what's her face being all standoffish? He's so cute and so charismatic. And it's like, why would anyone like this guy? He's a jerk. But bet your butt, I probably was like, oh, he's the cute one. I would want him to talk to me. Ew, to me in the past. So I hope we're over that.
Well, I don't like watching people be mean to anyone. And I especially don't like watching people be mean to me.
Right.
I wouldn't tolerate that. I'd be like, no. I'm like, if anything, I'm the mean one in my relationship currently. I'm definitely the meaner one.
Yeah, I think
because I grew up on sitcoms with these zinger. If I find a zinger, I'll say it, whether or not it's mean.
And roasting has become my love language.
Exactly. And teasing and like the line between teasing and saying something mean is pretty thin. And like,
I love when boyfriend makes fun of me. Yeah. When he makes fun of me, I'm like, oh my God, you know me so well.
Right.
Because he's doing an impersonation that's exaggerated, of course. And, but I'm like, oh, you see all the stories that I told you.
But I think this is
different.
The love language of teasing versus actually crossing the line into something mean.
Yeah.
Is something I still battle with. Because I don't ever want to say anything mean. But I also want to like rib people a little bit because it's funny. And like, I grew up on sitcoms and like you say,
That is a tough line and you never know because
I've crossed it and then people call me out on it and I feel awful. I talk about this in therapy. All right, let's move on. I'm going to cry. I don't want to cry.
Oh, I love that. Sorry, I love when people cry in a good way. Okay. It's a good way.
We're back at the inn. Emily.
Oh, yeah. So you might have missed this. Did you miss, like, as soon as Lorelai picked up the phone, her mom goes, I need the hat rack back.
Yeah.
And then Lorelai goes, the fish fly at night.
Yeah. She was like, what? You started in the middle of the conversation. Hello? Like, who is this?
Because she's freaking out.
Because she's freaking out and she didn't have time for pleasantries. Her brain didn't process pleasantries. She was just like, start talking when someone picked up. And
Lorelai's love language is also roasting because now she's, oh, my mom's flustered.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be empathetic. I'm going to double down on it. She goes, you gave me a secondhand present. Yeah. And that's not like Emily. She said, what would Miss Manor say about this? Now, if your mom was freaking out, like even I had a complicated relationship with my mom for a while, but still, if I saw her flustered, I'd be like, all right, we're team mom right now, until this woman goes away.
Did you grow up with a copy of Miss Manners in your house like I did?
No, because we weren't American. So
yeah, we had a copy of, it was a thick book.
Really?
Emily Post's Miss Manners, and we would consult it if we debated about things.
Ooh, like what? Do you remember?
Like, is it appropriate to regift? What is the stance on regifting? Is that rude?
Do you remember? Is it?
I remember, and I meant to look it up between the episode and the recording, and I forgot because I wanted to wash my hair. But I think the rule is just for the love of Christ, make sure you're not regifting it back to the original gifter.
Right.
So you got to put a little Post-it on it that says like, this was given to me by this person, this date.
And also it probably has to be in that vein, it has to be outside of the same circle of people so that they're not walking into
But
their
she's
gift.
in favor of regifting. You don't keep something out of guilt. But anyway, that's what Emily Post or Miss Manners would say. And I don't know where that book ended up. I think Mom finally got rid of it when she moved because we're all grown up now. We don't care about manners.
Sometimes I can't believe how American you are. I love it.
I got to tell Mom that I
really
brought up Miss. I think it'd be very funny if I told Mom that I'm like, I talked about Miss Manners. It's a real thing. We had a really thick book. There was a grid on the cover. That's what it was like graph paper on the cover. Someone find it. All right.
So where are we? Back at home. Oh, right. So back at home, it's Friday. They're about to go to Friday night dinner, and Lorelai is so excited.
No,
to
just
see
Lorelai.
That's later.
Oh,
they haven't met Grandma yet.
Oh, right. God damn it. Okay.
Yeah. So they're about to meet.
Right.
Lorelai Senior, great grandma. Rory has never met her. Lorelai hasn't seen her since she's 12. And Lorelai knows she's about to watch an entire dinner of her mom squirming and looking like a servant next to this woman. And she is so excited about it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of mean.
Yep.
But understandable.
Yeah.
But also
because if there's one element on earth that can make the person who torments you tormented, that might be a little satisfying, a little Schadenfreude. A little satisfying. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't like it, but I don't like it, but I understand it. And then I don't like it. And then I understand it again. And so but it is exactly what we see. We're at the grandparents' house and oh my God, this is your first time watching this.
Can I just say, and I know this is going back, but I wrote it down. She wants about the hat rack and she's like, she describes the hat rack as having dragons or weasels. I thought that was so funny. That in Emily's mind, she can't remember. These are two, like, I don't know. It had dragons or weasels on it or something. And I was like, that's amazing.
That's how flustered she is because she's usually perfect.
I know. And I loved it. I love it. It has dragons or weasels. And I want a weasel hat rack. I mean, that sounds amazing. Who wouldn't want that?
Salad in a bag and a
weasel hat rack. It's all around. So anyway, they bring the hat rack.
Yeah.
And they have to schlep it inside. And Emily's all freaked out.
So here's what I picked up on it. Emily is planning her lies like how we saw Lane planning her lies with her mom.
Ooh.
Right? Like, it's like, well, would it be here? What's the lie? She actually brought Lorelai, she brought great grandmother in from the back. She had Priscilla waxing the floors. Then there was time that she took a nap.
Yep.
So
she hasn't been by the front entrance yet.
She
Amazing.
knows exactly how to do it. And then they're putting the coat rack in the entrance. Where would it have been? Is it an inch to the right? I could tell her that this happened. I could tell her that happened.
And she's like, it's just moved in 5 years. That's the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then they walk into Lorelai Senior is sitting down with a magnifying glass reading. She does not look up as 3 people walk into the room. Emily says, "Hey, Mom." And if we could talk about calling your mother-in-law Mom in a moment. "Hey, Mom, look who's here. If I wanted to look, I would look."
That's rune behavior. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not just hoity-toity. Like, that's absolutely rude.
Mm-hmm.
That is rude. Rich, poor, black, white, America, Africa. Like, that action is nothing to do with anything else is rude.
And then Richard comes in. "Here's your drink, Mother. I love you. I love you to death."
Yeah,
like,
but he didn't see that. response.
Please. Really? How far away
but
with that
you're going to
drink
call
was
out
he?
this woman and be like, that's incredibly rude.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know. Like, I feel like if this was a gangster movie, she would have been shot for saying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and then he says, Trix, this is Rory. You haven't met her yet. That's when she looks up. And then we find out that Richard calls his mom Trix.
And I wrote it down. I also noted that Trix looks like she's the same age as Richard. Presumably she's 80, 70 at least. But Richard and Trix look the same age.
I think just because she looks good. I think the actual actors have that kind of age gap.
Well, she looks too good then.
I believe.
They should have picked an older lady. This is a great grandmother. I mean, she looks great. Anyway,
yeah,
that's fine. And I wrote that she has no British accent, but that's why, because they didn't grow up in Britain.
Right.
In England.
Yeah.
But she has no accent. And she's so over the top rude.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like, look, Rory watches Lorelai getting beaten down by her parents equally as hard. When they say things like, oh, Christopher is so smart, Rory, you must get that from him. When they say, you run your little hotel, and Christopher runs his own business.
Everyone's sweet to Rory. So the fact that the grandmother doesn't even want to look up when Rory is standing there, like everybody sucks up to Rory because she's the innocent, sweet one. And like,
but this wasn't towards Rory.
Rory was standing there too.
Yeah, but she doesn't know because she didn't look up. Emily said, hey, look here. And she said, I don't want to.
I cannot believe that someone who lives in London would have manners this bad. We're talking Emily Post. We're talking Miss Manners. Nobody would do that.
Yeah, I don't think
I'll
she's
look up when I want to. What are you talking about? Is she drunk?
No, I think she's a jerk, and she doesn't like that this is her daughter-in-law. And this is also how in-laws are depicted in shows and movies, especially
and
a
I
while
don't
ago.
like that.
I don't like it either, but I think it's closer to reality at the time.
Maybe. But also, nobody can call out bad behavior.
Not Richard, because Richard, his mother, can do no wrong.
So weird.
Weird. It's so rude. I would
or
never.
That Emily can say, "Get the fuck out of my house."
She cannot. Nobody
talks to me that way in my own home. I'm sorry. This is my house.
That's not your position.
I know. I get it. I mean, I understand that, but like, I just couldn't believe it. It was like,
but you wouldn't play along with any of this. You wouldn't play along with your husband is completely not concerned of your concern.
I would think that Trix was having a stroke or something because it's just so it was too over the top.
I think a lot of, okay, haven't you ever heard, and this might also be in TV and movies, like, my mother's the most beautiful. Don't say that. That's my mother you're talking about. Oh, my mother cooks this the best.
Sure. And I know better than to insult somebody's mother, especially when I've met them.
But those people a lot of times are blind to how not perfect their mother is and how insulting they are to the new woman in their life and how they're allowed to be.
Maybe.
That's pretty normal. Not in our generation or further down, but it is pretty normal.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That makes me very sad because.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't. The reason why you accept that behavior is because you expect that behavior from other people. You expect that you can give that behavior to your own daughter and to your daughter-in-law. You expect that this is, like you said, this is the boss's boss. And when you become the boss, you act like that jerk because you are in an ecosystem that drives well because everybody knows their position and because sometimes you're in the bitch seat.
Maybe.
That's what I think.
All right.
Maybe.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And I think I'm just coming at this with like a normal person vision. And like, we're not used to seeing Emily powerless.
Right.
We're not used to seeing that dynamic at all. And I'm sure Lorelai is eating it up. I just had trouble believing that a person of that status who lives in London could be that actually rude.
I think a lot of people who are uppity are rude. That's part of being uppity.
I think it's more of a, they say slyer things like you must get your smarts from your father is still rude, but it's much more understated. Like, not
Is it? I don't think so. I think that's so rude.
It's so rude.
Very, very
but
directly.
it's overt. Like they have plausible deniability that they meant it as an insult. I think Trix's behavior does not have plausible deniability that she meant it as an insult.
That's funny because I agree there is that air in it. However, if you take, punch for punch, Emily's just as mean. I mean, really, take what Trix says. She says, "Oh, I'll suppose I'll put those nuts in my hands." That's being passive aggressive about how.
What did you say when she said that?
That's what she said.
That's right.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And she says, just stuff like stuff that it's good for you or, I suppose I'll put these nuts in my, meaning where's the dish? Oh, she says, let's go have dinner. And Emily says, well, I'm not sure dinner is ready. So Trix says, in the event that I'm kidnapped and ransom is demanded at a certain time, I would prefer that Emily not be in charge. So don't you think that's something Emily would say?
Maybe.
She would joke around about how her daughter's not punctual and doesn't know how to run a household. That is what Emily says to Lorelai.
I know,
every time
but she's the guest. Okay, so Emily's in her own house when she's doing this. This person is a guest in someone else's home.
No, she's not.
I know. It doesn't read that way.
Not.
And she's the boss's boss. So like,
and that's also her money if you think about it. So that's her house.
I guess so. But like, oof.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, oof to everything that Emily says to Lorelai too, though. Again, punch for punch.
I don't think Emily is as mean as Trix.
I do.
I think I know you and I disagree on a lot of Emily's motivations.
That's so funny.
I know.
It's fun because I didn't know that you could see it any other way, and I'm trying. Well,
she's presented as the villain, but I don't think she's really the villain. Everybody wants good things for each other. Yeah, they just have a different definition of what good means, and they have a different.
No, you're right about that. Okay, yeah, you're right about that.
So it's like everybody loves America, but we all disagree on what vision of America is the best. It's like this woman wants to blow it up, like she's not.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Right.
Yes. I do see it. Trix's intentions are horrible. She hates Emily. Emily's intentions to Lorelai are wonderful and warm. She just is not.
She's not a warm person, but she doesn't want bad things to happen to Lorelai.
That's true. That's very true.
And everybody wants good things to happen to Rory, which thank God everybody is on the show. The adults are all written that nobody's sabotaging. She does get upset that it's not Yale, it's Harvard and not Yale, which is
how funny.
People get really bent out of shape about this, which is so great.
I know. I'm like, what's the difference? You
ever talk to a Harvard person?
I guess not.
They're not messing around.
All right. So you know what? I saw it. I appreciate it.
Good.
Gilmore Friends.
Gilmore Friends.
Okay. Gilmore Friends.
All right. Okay. But then what happens? Are we
then we
done
go to
with
school?
Then we're back at school.
Yeah.
I wrote down that British people are polite.
So in school now, Rory comes in. They're having a study session. It's a Saturday. Rory comes with, it looks like at least 8 coffees, donuts to match in the shape of clowns, which is more money. How expensive is that?
How is she affording this? She made the donuts herself, obviously.
Also, everyone drinks coffee. She made the donuts.
Every 16-year-old drinks a large, giant coffee.
Now, this is the year 2001. And coffee is not what it is now. We're not assuming it's cappuccinos. So maybe it was $1.50 each. That's still at least $20 worth of coffee and donut. I guess that's not that much.
Yeah,
all right,
still,
fine.
But it's very sweet. And nobody is like, holy shit, thank you. Can I give you money?
No, but they are finally not poo-pooing her and everyone's just friends. So that was nice
Madeline,
to see.
I wrote it down. Madeline has brown hair. Madeline has brown hair and Louise has blonde hair. I wrote it down. So now we know forever.
Okay.
You're welcome. I'm doing the work.
You know what I realized only in this rewatch? The reason why I couldn't remember which one's which is. I don't think they're ever not on screen together, but now I'm going to see.
Yeah. I don't think
Like-
I haven't seen them on screen to get off screen together.
Isn't
And
that funny?
the blonde is the quote unquote slutty one. Because she's the
Yeah,
one
but
who's
they're
always
both on
talking about sex and making out and like, yeah.
But they're both on the scale.
Oh yeah.
They're
These are,
both.
I mean, I'm surprised not everyone is high school girls, whatever. Okay,
Yeah, but that, Rory and Paris talk about this later. If it's not on a transcript, they
what's
didn't
the
care
point?
about it.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
They even said, I never even thought about dating. I'm like, oh my God, I was obsessed with it because again, every show showed you that like some guy's picking you up on a date even when you're 13. I thought I was behind because I was like, oh my God, where's my date?
I was also boy crazy. And did either one of us go to Harvard? No. And that's why. Because we were boy crazy instead of studying. We could have been Paris or Rory, but we were horny and thus did not go to Harvard. Oh, I could have worked at SNL if only I'd gotten to Harvard.
Sabotage, I tell you.
I know,
stupid
it's
sitcoms.
stupid boys hormones.
Oh,
Stupid boys.
So they got the donuts.
Okay, so Paris is wearing a baffling top that you liked that I said was very confusing. It's a shirt jacket made of leather, of light brown leather. You said, I like that jacket. I said, why is it a shirt?
I agree with you. I always stare at it like, is it a jacket? Is it a shirt? I like it, but it makes me feel uncomfortable, but I like it ultimately because it fits really well on her.
Yes.
What I think is happening is Paris, this is very weird to say, she's got big boobs, and I think they always try to downplay it.
Oh, the actress.
Yeah.
You mean the actress or like the character?
The actress. The actress is supposed to be not sexy,
Right. And if her boobs were too big, that would make us think she was sexy.
Her figure is actually not as downplayed as her character is. And I think they are always downplaying it with the clothes that she's wearing.
All right. So give her a crazy leather jacket shirt, whatever. Like, oh, I'm glad she's not sexy. I mean,
you're wrong. I never really thought about it until.
I mean, you might be right. I mean, I think it does look good on her. I don't think a lot of people could pull off that top, but Paris pulls it off.
And
I think her hair makes her sexy. She's got beautiful hair.
So gorgeous. I think in any other show, she would be, head mean bitch. Like, but because she has to be downplayed, her hair is just it's very flat. It's very understated.
I like her hair.
Oh, I love it. I think she's, again, in every scene, she's just a gorgeous, gorgeous person, but we're not supposed to think that about her.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, Tristan gets there and with no slick, he's like, Paris, could I see you for a second? And she's like, okay. And then they discuss in the tables, like what's happening outside. And Rory's like, why don't we wait? And like they debate spying. And I was like, I would have spied at that age. I wouldn't now, but I would have back then. I would have been like, ooh. But then she comes back and says, Tristan just asked me out for tonight.
Mm-hmm. And Louise says, I want every comma, apostrophe and ampersand because they were so into it because Tristan is so the best.
Mm-hmm.
Then they find out that he asked her out for this evening and Louise hummed.
Right. Because this evening is an afterthought.
Yeah.
You want to put some thought into this.
Yeah. Which
I remember getting the dating advice that if a guy texts you and says, can you hang out tonight, to always say no. And I think that's bullshit. I would say no if I didn't want to go. I'd say yes if I did, but I wouldn't because the principle of it wouldn't affect me.
See, I thought of that too, that has been a rule. If somebody asks you last minute, then you're an afterthought. He couldn't get somebody else to go with him. But I just think it's fun and spontaneous. And if I'm not doing anything, why not do something that I want to do?
Right. Well, because you have to pretend that you're busy because you have a life outside,
I'm washing my hair.
I'm washing my hair, which takes me 35 minutes. But I would depend on the plan. If the spontaneous date was something that felt like I was filling in for someone else,
Yeah, I just always think you're 16 years old, filling in for what? What
Exactly. And I'd be like, is it something I want to do, then I'll do it. And like, if a guy I liked when I was 16 said, do you want to go out on a date tonight? I would say yes. If it was a boy I liked.
Yeah, and it's Saturday night, right? Because she doesn't.
It's Saturday night. I wouldn't pretend I was busy to make him want it more.
Right.
But I'd be a little freaked out. Because that's not.
Didn't go to Harvard, so I don't know.
I don't know. We're dumb. We're just fumbling through our non-Harvard
terrible decision making. So then we cut to Rory at home, and Paris shows up with what we're supposed to believe is her entire wardrobe, which I kind of believe only because they have to wear a uniform every day.
Yes.
And I doubt that she's going shopping.
Yes.
Every weekend.
But she is a rich girl, and rich girls have a lot more clothing than people, even if they wear uniforms to school. I also don't believe this was Paris's entire wardrobe. Like, I didn't believe in that episode that it was Lorelai's entire wardrobe that was at the dry cleaners that made her dress like a slutty rodeo clown.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
It doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter to the plot, but I
don't even think she had to say this is my whole wardrobe. I think she could have just said,
these are the options I was thinking of wearing tonight. Also, she had to drive 20 minutes for this.
Yeah. What are they doing again?
I know, but she didn't know she was coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, how did she know Rory was going to be home?
Right.
Rory could have been at Luke's. By the way, Luke was not in this episode. How did she know Rory was going to be home on a Saturday night to come over unannounced with her entire wardrobe in her arms?
Yep.
Anyway, that's girl bonding. They're preparing for a date.
They go to Lorelai's closet, which is a little uncomfortable, but I do believe that I would do that. I did used to borrow my mom's clothes.
Oh, yeah.
But she also picks like a very mom outfit.
Yeah.
Like, I did not like the outfit.
I didn't love the outfit. It seemed like a mom outfit.
Yeah, like a
florals.
Down
I thought the tank top Paris was wearing was fine. Because she takes off the weird leather shirt, and it's a I mean, I don't love a brown tank top, but like I thought it was cute. Shows some skin, you know?
Yeah. She wore like they're going to some dinner at the club and not the yacht club. Like, I don't know.
Ooh.
At the Knights of Columbus or something. Like, how old are you? Okay, but she leaves her out. That's fine. Again, Paris is gorgeous. She's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah.
And Rory helps, and it's very, very nice. And there goes Paris. And I love how invested Carrie was. She goes, what happened on the date?
Yeah, because the next couple of scenes are not the date. We got, how many? 3 more scenes before I find out what happens on this date. So I'm really invested.
And I really thought, and I never thought about this until you said, we never got to see them on the date.
Nope.
I would think that we might catch a little glimpse, but we didn't. We only saw the aftermath, which we'll get to. But first, we're going to the grandparents' house.
Right. And this is the date, or not the date, the dinner without Rory.
Right.
Saturday.
Rabbit. And, because Trix said,
I can't even with the
I'll
rude.
plan the menu tomorrow. I know better than this. She said it differently, but she was like.
And she brings, again, just rude. No matter where you're from, what your status is, top to bottom to top, nobody would say that. What are you doing? Again, are you drunk? Are you having a stroke? Like,
no, you're just a jerk.
You're just a jerk. I couldn't believe it. Who says that? I would never, not that I might be more polite than some, but even people ruder than me don't say that to another person in their home.
Yeah.
I've been served some weird things in people's homes, and I just eat it. That's it.
Such a good eater.
You just eat the food.
I wouldn't. I will not.
Right.
I won't eat it.
But would you say this is disgusting, or would you say
absolutely not.
This isn't my favorite, or like you would water down the insult about the food?
100%. I would.
I've seen you not eat food and you look horrified. You're like, I don't really eat. And then like shrimp or fish. I forget what it was, but there was some food and you looked you were like, I'm so sorry. I don't eat fish. Like
it's not you, it's me.
Right. But you would not be like, this is disgusting. I'm making dinner tomorrow night,
Yeah.
But yeah, if I refuse food, I'll start with I'm full. That's a lie. Everyone knows that. So then you're like, it's not my favorite, but I've never had to do that.
I know. I wish I was you in that regard. You're very good.
I once made the best salad of my life, and a friend of mine was pulling out all the tomatoes, and I was like, what the hell? And he was like, I don't like tomatoes. And I was like, no one tells me anything. Like, because I wouldn't have put them in if I'd known, but he didn't want to say anything because he wasn't rude. He was eating around them to be polite until I called him out. I mean, and we're friends, but that kind of thing. Anyway.
Agreed. And then, and she said she brought the rabbit from London.
On dry ice. And it's so weird.
And Richard is so happy, not noticing that his wife is so miserable. Trix is dismissing his wife's every move, but you don't care because you're watching her dismissal. That's what they do. Okay. Anyway, then she talks about, hey, Trix says to Lorelai, you're just an innkeeper. How are you affording Chilton? That's when they get into, hey, we're loaning her the money.
Yep.
Which, come on, they're not loaning it. Like, everyone's money is fine here. You're all rich. But that's when she says, you know what then? I'm giving Rory her trust early.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you would think, hey, that's pretty reasonable. She's getting it anyway. She's the great grandma. She might even die before Rory would have reached the 25-year age where she would get the trust.
Right.
I do think 25 is a good age to get a trust because you could be a normal person and understand a little bit of the struggle, although you're not going to, but you can manage money probably a little bit more later. But all right, her mom's going to help her. And you see Emily go into a panic once again. And this is where I start feeling for Emily so much more. And I don't want to because she's so mean, but I always feel for her as a mother, as a person who, like you said, has really good intentions. And she starts panicking at Lorelai. Money means freedom. She won't, Rory won't need you anymore. She won't want to go backpacking with you. She'll leave the house earlier. And I'm like, Emily, you are so panicked and you're trying to pass your panic to Lorelai. And she did.
Yep. And she's thinking that's what Lorelai would. She doesn't realize that Lorelai and Rory have a totally different relationship.
She doesn't believe that they could. She believes that no matter what you say, no matter what you do, that's your daughter. That's
once
mom.
You get money, you're out of there. And if you have enough money, you're not going to want to go backpacking with your mom.
Right.
Where
that's when you see
because
Lorelai.
That's what Lorelai would have done to Emily.
Yeah.
Because they didn't get along the way Rory and Lorelai get along.
Yeah, but she did catch her as soon as she said, because she said she's not going to need you. She won't need you if she needs a car. She'll leave the house earlier than she would have. And for all that, it just rolls off of Lorelai. It was when she said she won't go backpacking with you. She'll go with a friend or she'll go with her boyfriend. She said, oh, that could be true. And that broke her heart. Emily, you broke her heart.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. I thought Emily was wigging out because she was being upstaged. Because as far as Rory's education is concerned, Emily and Richard are the heroes.
Right.
Right? Like they swooped in and saved the day on episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
And now...
And they have control.
And they have control, but they also luckily love Rory and they're not manipulating her or being weird because everyone agrees that we want Rory to have the very best of whatever she's capable of. But then this woman comes in and now she's the hero.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's upstaging Emily and Richard. That's what I thought. Be like, we were the masters of this plan. And now you're taking us out of the equation.
It's
so they won't have reason to have a Friday night dinner.
Yeah.
If the education is paid for by Trix.
Right. Which is so sad for Emily that she actually knows the truth is this is how she's keeping her family close. This is how she has anything to do with Rory. Rory was not seeing her except for maybe Christmas every year.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we know that she got into we know that Emily got into Lorelai's head because when she was talking to Suki about it, Suki was like, why would you wait to
Now,
tell?
here's what I wrote down for this. Did we, in the universe of this show, believe that Rory, as a 16-year-old, would have complete and total access to all of the money at once?
Yes, because because the trust is trickled.
That's not how that works.
Oh,
That's not how that works. You don't get, you're still, at 16, you still have a guardian.
right.
So no 16-year-old has complete and total control over their money when they are still not emancipated from their parents.
Although if your great grandmother just gifts you some money, then she is gifting it in your name, and you can give minors money. You can.
Right.
Directly.
Yeah, but I don't.
And that's what she's threatening them with. Threatening. It's a funny word.
Threatening.
That's
like,
what she's saying.
I know someone who at 13 came into a lump sum of money, at 13 or 14 came into a lump sum of money. And this person had loving parents who said, you can't spend this yet, even though it was in their name. Check made out to them. If you were 13, if you were 14 and someone wrote a check to you, and then your parents were like, you can't touch that until you're 18.
But think about where Lorelai's afraid. When Rory is 18, that's when they were going to go to Europe.
Yeah, but I also think that if Lorelai had said to Rory, you got a big fat check for you waiting for your 18, Rory would have been fine with that.
Sure, but Emily got to Lorelai.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, in the reality of this show, like, there are so many things that we could do besides freaking out about Rory having money.
Yeah,
like,
but that's I think that's the whole point is Emily is
yeah, but we skipped so many financial steps for like,
because everyone's getting emotional.
Yeah. But that's also not how it happens. I know trust fund kids. There were so many rules about ages that they got what, and between the time that you get it and 25, it can only be used for education. That's it. Anything else is not allowed. And then between 25 and 30, you can only use it for like, there's so many, you can make a trust fund as crazy as you want. You can say you can only use this trust fund for cat food.
But Lorelai or Emily did not have the control anymore. So they're spinning. They don't even know what the details of the trust is. Emily started spinning. Lorelai was fine. But she started spinning Lorelai, and now everyone's in a tizzy and spinning.
Trust me, it would have been fine. Rory would have been like, oh my God, I've never seen this amount of money. Help me. And they would have been like, great, we're going to put it into 5-year CDs. Until you're over 18, and then we'll figure it out. Like, I feel like they jumped a lot of I get everyone's emotional, but it was very unrealistic to me that people legitimately thought that Rory would have complete and total control over $250,000.
Talking with logic. In fact, now we're watching Emily fighting with her husband.
Yes.
Fighting. She's saying things like, I don't care if she thinks I'm the whore of Babylon.
Yes.
She cannot get away with this. And then that's when Rich is like, this is my mother.
Right.
And then we see Emily completely break. She finally shows the true emotion. She said, she'll never come back here, you know.
Yeah.
And that, oh my God.
Yeah. See, Emily's human, I swear.
I know. Be a little nicer and Lorelai will come back.
I know.
I know.
She thinks she is being nice.
I know, but that's not an excuse.
I know. I'm saying people do. But yeah, no. So Emily finally shows an inkling of emotion.
And then that's when you hear, I've ordered a car. Women shouldn't drive.
I know.
I'm going to die.
I'm going to die, you know. I might die soon, you know, or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, this woman is amazing.
And that's when we go back to school and find out about Paris's aftermath.
Finally, we get to Paris's date. She says it was great, and she got a smooch, and I got all excited. Paris got a smooch, which was really great. And then I think that's it, right? She's like, it was really good. She seems really happy.
She was so happy.
Yeah.
Rory was so happy about it. She walks in and goes straight to Tristan and said, oh, I really had a nice time. And Tristan goes, yeah, after 5 messages on my machine, I kind of got that impression and my heart started to break.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Because, Paris just does not know how to behave and like she doesn't know how, she has no chill.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I get 5 messages on like cool guy Tristan. And then she said, yeah, but I had a nice time and maybe we can do it again. And then my heart fully broke when he says, we should as friends.
Yeah.
I think you and you realized that like you had that same feeling. And she says, yeah, of course I did. I have excellent deduction skills. And then he breaks my heart even more. How did he do that?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, when Rory suggested that.
Oh my God. I almost flipped the table. I wrote down Tristan is stupid, Rory's idea, ? That's what I wrote down.
I was so happy when you got mad at that.
I was like, what is wrong with you? Again, no chill.
No, he's mean. I think it's because he's mean. I think he did that on purpose.
But he already just effectively dumped her.
Yep. And he has to be meaner because his name is Tristan.
He's so mean. He's so awful. Also, that's not going to make Rory like him because she storms in.
Was it supposed to make Rory like him when he was calling her Mary?
No, I'm saying, I know. But you were like, he likes her. And I was like, but he has no like logic, He's a jerk. So
now he ruined the half a relationship that Rory and Paris had. Paris goes, I'm not your charity case. I hate you, and walks off with the mean girls. Rory now doesn't have Tristan. She doesn't have Paris or the mean girls.
And she's not getting her mom's clothes back. I mean, I think Rory should not have told Tristan to ask Paris out.
Agreed.
I think that was a terrible meddling idea that could only backfire.
I think that you are pretty blind and naive and you can't read the room. Like, what is that?
You mean Rory can't?
Rory, yeah.
Yeah.
You
read the room.
You to tell him that a girl might like him, he's fine.
He's going to be fine. Rory can stop meddling and like say, it was awkward to make out with you and just let it go. And leave it at that. And why do you need to set Tristan up with Paris? I mean, she could have said like, you should date someone less like Summer and more like Paris.
Yes, appropriate.
And just like drop the brainworm.
And if it grows, it grows.
It grows. Cause like knowing, but he's had 10 years to think about this. If he liked her, it would have happened by now.
And by the way, Summer is his type. And by the way, he has the same amount of intellect. So Paris is too good for you. Why did you do that, Rory?
Yeah, Rory was out of her mind. And Tristan was stupid or cruel to mention to Paris that it was Rory's idea, which is so foul.
And then he lets it, Rory's like, why? She goes up to Tristan, I was just starting to have this nice relationship with Paris. What are you doing? And he goes, well, should I have kept leading Paris on when I like someone else?
Right.
And Rory goes, and I am sure I have done this before, that even if I go, oh, is that me? I'm going to mention like, oh, so you're still not over Summer. Like, to be clear, I don't want you to tell me the truth here.
Right.
You're not over Summer. That's how we're going to do this.
Right.
Bye-bye. So I don't think she was doing that. I think she was actually being naive somehow, even still, and he was like, yeah. And he rolls his eyes. I guess I'm still not. Okay.
Yeah. So Rory's being 6 different kinds of stupid in this regard, in this episode.
Yeah.
Do you think Rory truly doesn't know that Tristan likes her?
I think at that moment she showed that, oh, I think it is me, after he rolled his eyes and said Summer.
Okay.
But I could see it not being solid enough a thought for her.
Right. You wouldn't want to assume. You wouldn't want to get that wrong. Holy crap. Because what if you said, you mean me? And he was like, no. Yeah, you want to err on the side of caution when you hear that from a boy.
And also I think she wants, yeah. She doesn't, right. Exactly. which means that we get to go to tea time.
Tea time.
Sandwiches. I love small little sandwiches.
Yay.
I love small food.
Have you ever done a proper tea time?
No. Is it good? Is it fun?
I have never done a proper tea time for...
Do you want to sometime?
It's so expensive here in the city. I mean, we could, like, for an event, maybe, I don't know what the event would be, but it's like
maybe
100...
for our Gilmore friendship anniversary or something.
Maybe, but it's like $120 each.
Ooh, whoa.
And I've never done it. I do want the experience because it is a lot of stuff and there's tiny sandwiches and little pastries. And like the reason I haven't, even as a thing to do to say that I've done it is because I don't like tea. Tea is gross. And if I'm going to choke tea down, I don't want to spend $120 for tiny sandwiches.
I'm the opposite. I like tea. My problem is every time I see a list of small sandwiches in that kind of setting, I'm like, well, I don't like cream cheese. Well, I don't like crab. I don't like there's too much of a list.
Yep.
I don't like mustard. I don't like mayo. I'm like, I'm not going to like any of these sandwiches that I'm paying over $100 for. So I always skip it.
Right.
So I think what I should do is set up our own little tea ceremony. I was
just going to say, why don't we do our own? We'll make our own menu. I don't mind having a 3-tiered tray. I think that's so cool. And I like making tiny foods, as you know. And I can drink coffee and you can have your stupid tea.
I think that sounds wonderful. And what we could do is you make a couple of sandwiches, knowing my restrictions. I make a couple of sandwiches, different sandwiches, knowing your restrictions. Now we have 4 different kinds of really small sandwiches.
Yeah.
And I will make coffee and tea or whatever.
Can I make a tiny quiche the size of a golf ball?
I love quiche.
I'm going to make a tiny, tiny quiche.
I love mini
They're
quiche.
They're going to be so cute.
Oh my God.
All right, we got to do this.
This is such a good idea.
Yes, I'll get my silver spoons out.
Oh my God, we'll have salad in a bag.
I think I have Tiffany's teacups somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You should be impressed. You should be very impressed.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we should totally do this and make our own sandwiches. And then we can rate them. And you can be like, this sandwich is a delicious, I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay. This is all right.
Yeah. And we can hire someone to serve us with a napkin over their forearm.
Yes, but I still need to sit crisscross applesauce on my chair and put my feet up and stuff like that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. We can't be
crisscross applesauce. I remember when they changed it. I remember what it used to be.
Yes, we can't say that anymore. No.
But I think crisscross applesauce takes any seriousness out of any conversation.
Well, back to seriousness. We're at tea.
At tea. No crisscross applesauce at tea. Okay, so I understand for the pacing of the show and the writing of the show, but in 4 minutes, the offer is rescinded. And I wrote, so now it's just back to what it had been, which was that there's a trust that Rory gets access to at 25.
Yeah, Trix sees Emily and Lorelai fighting, and she says, if you're going to fight like this and embarrass me in a place like this,
it's ridiculous.
Then you are not mature enough for me to give this even to your child.
This is an evil, evil woman. But Rory is still getting access to a ton of money when she turns 25, yes?
That's what I understand. And later in the next scene, we find out it was $250,000, which is not it. What does that pay for? Half of Harvard?
Well, in 2000, Harvard was $45. Yeah. I mean, no, it doesn't pay for all of Harvard. I don't even think it pays, because Chilton is what, $50,000 a year? Based on that first episode? What was it, 50?
Maybe.
So
50.
4 years of Chilton would already be 200,000.
Yeah. Plus, like, there's dorms and there's a lifestyle and there's a car. And when you're talking trusts from somebody like a woman named Trix, I was surprised it was that low. All I could think of is that that's just the start of her trust at 25. Maybe there's also a will that leaves her money later when Trix dies. Then also there's the grandparents' money. Then there's Lorelai.
Yeah, Rory's not going to the way we understand it is Rory's not going to have to worry.
That's what I think.
Especially when it comes to education. Like,
right.
and I think that's great. And I also think Rory's going to get mad scholarships because she's mad smart.
Right.
So we
in the year 2000,
we just got word from our fact checking team. 22,000 for the year 2000 for a year or a semester?
For a year of Harvard.
For a year of Harvard in 2000. So 4 years, 22 times, so 88,000 for 4 years. So wait, so why is Chilton $50,000?
We're just saying she said that there's a lot of zeros after the 5. I don't know. I wonder if there's like a filing fee or whatever. And we're just making up that amount, and it doesn't matter. $250,000 from Trix is not going to send Rory to Europe for a couple of months the way these people do Europe.
Exactly. Also, all of this would have been a much larger conversation, and they wrapped this up over a hasty and disgusting tea. And then she storms out, and then Emily is like, well, I have to go chase her.
Well, Emily starts regretting it because Lorelai says, look what you wanted, you got it. And Emily realizes how petty she had been. And this is a way to this is the first time that we saw Emily take back her unkind and hasty, overly emotional decision that she made. And she said, I will make this right. I'll tell Richard. She will get that money. I'll make sure that I make it happen. And Lorelai's finally like, you know what? Let's just leave it. I'll keep coming on Friday. Clearly that's what's up your butt here, that you are afraid to lose me. Let me just reassure you, you're not losing me. I'm not losing Rory. Let's not let this woman get in the middle of even like the little calm that we have associated ourselves with Friday night dinner. Let's leave this version of our life intact so that this woman does not come in and disrupt everything for the Gilmore Girls.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. That was,
and they both
sweet.
kind of agree on that. Like they have a moment of like on the same page, you know?
Yeah. I also think just super quick when that scene started, Lorelai walks in and says, "Where's Trix?" And Emily says, "Probably torturing a bathroom attendant."
Oh yeah.
Which makes me think of bathroom attendants. I know you've been in bathrooms where there's a bathroom attendant. It throws me off every single time. I'm grossed out every single time, not just for them, but for me. I do not want you to pass me a napkin when I wash my hands.
I don't want anyone in here.
I'm so glad when no one's in the bathroom. Now there's a bathroom attendant.
Nope. I don't want a live person whose job it is to stand in there. I've only encountered a bathroom attendant in very, very rare situations, but it's two very different vibes. One is in a restaurant so fancy, but the other one is at a nightclub. Yeah. I went clubbing once and there was a lady in there, and this was like a dark bathroom. Like there was like purple and red lighting in this bathroom, and a woman just standing there handing out mints and tampons and like paper towels. And it was so weird, and I didn't like it. And I don't like forced tipping culture. And like, but also I have to tip because you're standing in a bathroom all night.
I know. And I have in the past tried to get my own napkin so fast that maybe she's tending to someone else, or maybe like, look, I already have my napkin because I don't have $1 to give you.
Right.
I don't have cash on me. I didn't expect to tip.
Right. Or then if I tip, I'm like, well, if I paid for a paper towel,
taking a mint.
Now I'm taking a mint. Now I'm taking this sample of mouthwash. Now I'm taking this tiny dental floss. Like now I'm going to use all of this. I want a spritz of perfume. I want this hand lotion. Like now I'm going to get my money's worth because I usually get my own paper towel for free.
I don't like
thinking that way. I don't like to think that way. That it's not a transaction.
No, like it's a person too. And I would like to know, really, if you're listening to this and you've experienced the bathroom attendant, do you like it? Does anyone out there like the bathroom attendant? I haven't seen it in a long time.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I think it went. I also don't go to nightclubs anymore. I mean,
right?
I don't know.
I don't go to bar mitzvah. wedding.
It's been 20 years since I've seen a bathroom attendant, I think.
I wonder if it went out like understanding that nobody wants to sit on the bathroom and know
because I
that
think
somebody's...
I remember SNL had sketches about the bathroom attendant. You know,
maybe they stopped.
Maybe they stopped because
understood.
SNL made fun of it, where it's just too awkward.
God, I hope so.
And how fancy can you make going to the bathroom?
Really, as we're talking about it, I could feel myself getting nauseated at the idea.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right, let's. You're right. She was torturing the bathroom attendant. And then that's the end of that scene, right? Trixie storms out, but Emily and Lorelai have a moment of same pagedness, and I liked it.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Then we cut to Lorelai is at the bus stop with 2 coffees. Because
a lot of people meet Rory at the bus stop with coffee, which is very nice.
Yes.
And they just wrap up the episode for us. Yeah.
She goes, you had something like you had access to $250,000, but I lost it. And Rory's like, okay.
She said, what? And then the whole scene ends. And she also admits to her mom that she loaned Paris the Mini, and there's a good chance she's not getting it back.
Oh, right. And
I know you like the line. Now I understand why you like the line that Lorelai said. Once you're done with the little sandwiches, there's no reason to pretend you like tea.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how real that was.
That was so real to me. I was like, yes, I don't want to pretend I like tea for an entire afternoon. It's horrible. I've done it. I'll go out with people. I've been to a tea house. I haven't done the tea time with all the little snacks, but I've gone to a tea house where they make you tea. And there's an unbelievable song and dance. Oh. It's like going to a brewery when you don't drink beer.
See, I've done that. And I'm like, oh, this must be so nice for everyone.
Yeah.
I could see why. They're little flights. I love flights.
Yes,
I love
samples. A flight because they're small. I like a flight. I'll take a flight of beer because it's like tiny little Guinnesses. They're so cute.
But I don't want to drink it.
But the song and dance for tea. And I'm like, if I like tea, this would be amazing. But I don't like tea. This is lost on me. I'm here because my friends wanted to do this. And I will drink tea.
Oh, good on you.
But I'm going to be faking it.
See, I won't even drink it. You're right. You've seen me not do it. I just won't do it. Don't order it for me. And I'm sorry. I can't even do it. I can't even drink it.
Wait, so you won't drink tea at our tea?
I won't drink beer at your beer.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. I'll drink whatever you put in front of me. But I've had people be like, this is that famous whiskey that people freak out about.
Yes, it sounds so fun. I hate it.
I had a sip of it. And everyone leans in for my reaction. And I'm supposed to say, I never knew whiskey could taste like this. This is the first time I've ever enjoyed whiskey because I warned them. I warned them up in town that this will be lost on me. Do not give me a sip of this because it's going to taste.
What was your actual response?
I faked it because I wanted, I'm a people pleaser and everyone was leaned in. This was a big deal.
Oh,
and I went, that's pretty good. And everyone laughed because I went, that's pretty good in such a way. And in my head, I was like, move on. Like, do not, because if they asked any follow-up question, like, do you find the notes of I was like, it was Pappy Wrinkle, Pappy Van Winkle, Winkle. All right. But I touched it to my lips and I didn't want to take a sip away from someone else who would enjoy it more.
Right. Yes.
But I'm so sorry to the whiskey drinking people that it was lost on me. And I faked it because I didn't want to.
You don't like it. You don't like it.
I didn't want to put a damper on anyone else's night either. I'm not faking like in Gilmore Girls though. Imagine I was faking it, Hemda, this whole time.
Please don't.
I'm not.
This will be enjoyable to me even if you hate it. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't care.
I liked it. But as I said last night during our live stream.
Ooh, we're live streaming now, you guys, on YouTube. So, I'm supposed to say you dolls. Hey, you dolls.
Hey,
we're
dolls.
live streaming on YouTube.
Yeah, we had our live stream last night. And we're probably going to have some more, you guys, because it was funsies. But as I mentioned last night, this is not yet a comfort show for me. But I am still enjoying the watch. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's where I am.
And I really just want to be Gilmore Friends. You don't have to like it.
Yeah,
That's
you
all I
keep
need.
saying. I've gathered.
I know.
And I'm so excited for our tea.
Yeah.
I
And
want
we
our
can have
list of
coffee.
sandwiches.
See, you all, I mean, it's very important to me that we all be Gilmore Friends. As I keep mentioning, yes, I do. So if you know a Gilmore friend, let them know about us as Gilmore Friends, and we can grow our Gilmore circle. Yes, I am this corny. Yes, I 100% mean it. I understand if that's a turnoff to some people. This is me. I'm not good at
No, you be
faking
you,
it.
girl. No,
Yeah.
everyone loves the real you.
Thanks, doll.
You're welcome, doll. Do you have trivia?
Oh, yeah. Trivia. Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so this is called The Third Lorelai, Season 1, Episode 18. Originally aired on March 22nd, 2001. My first question is, do you recognize Gran, Trix, the original Lorelai?
Oh,
Do
crap.
you recognize the actor?
Is it?
No, it's not Kirk. It's not Sean Gunn.
It's not Sean Gunn?
No.
Oh, my God.
She actually plays a very well-known part before Gilmore Girls.
Oh, my God. No. Who was it?
It was the show was from the year 1974 to 1984. Does that help you?
74 to 84. No.
All right. Her name is Marion Ross, and she played where's the
Not Brady Bunch. No.
Happy Days?
I didn't watch Happy Days that much.
Neither did I, but I do remember that is a main character. Wasn't she the mom?
I don't remember the mom from Happy Days.
Well, she received 2 Primetime Emmy Award nominations.
Ooh.
She was one of the most famous people because that's one of the only shows that was happening at that time.
Right.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Happy Days. All right.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yes. Number 2. Did you notice anything different about the doorway at Lorelai and Rory's house?
Was there a
You
weird
did?
tiling there wasn't tiles at the bottom before? No?
Maybe. That could be. That's not the major change.
That's what I noticed. That I was like, have we ever seen that weird checker pattern on the floor before? What was different?
Well,
the vestibule.
Yes. Starting this episode, Lorelai and Rory's front door entranceway has a second opening that you could see from the living room. It's an arch entrance that wasn't there before. Now they have 2 ways into the house.
Whose house?
Lorelai and Rory.
Oh, I was thinking of Emily's house. I'm sorry.
Oh.
The Gilmore Girls' house have a separate entrance now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, two entranceways. So
they
now
have
you
a back door.
No, they have. Well, they always had a back door, but from their front door, if you were sitting in the living room, you couldn't see the front door. Now there's an archway, and you can see the front door from the living room.
Oh,
so now there's 2 ways you can go into the living room or into that hallway.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all. I gotta rewatch it. Okay.
That is the main difference here. Like, I was looking for certain trivia for episode 18, and all the trivia had to do with the doorway.
The doorway? That's so funny. Mm-hmm. I also forgot to notice if we left, because remember last episode, Rory moved around all the furniture? Oh. And I forgot to notice if the furniture remained in
I don't
Rory's.
think it remained because the couch wasn't facing the TV. And
okay,
it was just
but I forgot to notice that because I'm too busy worried about Paris's date.
And I have one more. So there's a lot of references in Gilmore Girls. I don't think that I even got all the references in this episode, but how many references, guess, did you pick up? Did I pick up? I'm going to name the ones that I have. And again, no matter how many I have, I know I missed some. If I missed what you all heard, please put it in the comments.
There was a lot, like references to like literature or movies or whatever.
I'll give you Shakespeare.
Yeah, Shakespeare.
Barbie.
She mentions the movie Gaslight, which is very funny because that was pre the term gaslight. It comes from a movie from the 60s. I'm going to say 15.
I have that on my list.
15 references.
Okay, I have 21.
Oh,
I'm going to list them really quick.
All right.
And let's see. I don't even know if Gaslight is on this. Okay. She says, Rory says, number 1, peace out, Humphrey. That's Vice President Herbert Humphrey. Kennedy clan making conversation at the table. That's John F. Kennedy's family. Number 3, Camelot is truly dead. Camelot originally referenced to King Arthur and then referenced to JFK after he was assassinated. Number 4, Madonna tickets. Lorelai was related to God. Number 5, David Mamet, the stupid naked angel butts. That's a poet who conjures up odd images. Number 6, Barbie. She ended up being a stewardess. Number 7, Cabin in the Woods, Manifesto, and Don't Open Your Mail is to the Unabomber, Kaczynski, who sent mail bombs. Number 8, the Marx Brothers. They were slapstick comedians. Number 9, Miss Manners, Judith Martin, considered the etiquette authority.
I thought it was Emily Post.
I think so too, though. I don't know why.
But it was Judith Martin.
No, I think you might be right. Emily Post, I always remember. So,
Judith Martin was on there too, though. Shoot. Oh, my mom's going to be mad.
10, Hannibal Lecter, the killer who depicted in the movie Silence of the Lambs. Number 11, I think this is the beginning of a wonderful friendship. You
Casablanca.
That's right. Number 12, spend time sitting by the phone. That whole quote that Louise said is not a quote from Nietzsche, the famous German philosopher, but a Dawson quote from the famous main character of Dawson's Creek.
Right.
Number 13, Pink Ladies and Sandy. That's from characters from the musical
of oh my God. Grease.
Very nice.
For a second it left my brain. Oh my God. That's from Grease.
14, they mentioned the musical Cabaret. 15, Shakespeare was mentioned again. Number 16, performers Liza Minnelli and Joey Gray. Number 17, the band The Cranberries was mentioned. Number 18, the movie Gaslight. Number 19, The Whore of Babylon, which is a Christian reference from the book Revelation. Number 20, Fergie, not the singer from the Black Eyed Peas or Wild Orchid, if you know, you know, but the Duchess of York.
Right.
And it looks like I have 20, not 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that wasn't everything. I know it's not everything.
That's an incredibly impressive list. I said, what did I say? 15? I wasn't counting things like Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I had the same reference definition in my head, but yeah, that's amazing. Great work. Holy crap.
Well, no, I got help from the internet. Don't you worry about it.
But some of those references are more obscure than others, I guess. Like you wouldn't necessarily know who like Mamet is, but you pretty much know who Madonna is, right? Do kids know who Madonna is?
Except that's the thing. We know very, 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 very much who Madonna is. But how is that different than, you know, Miss Manners or Hannibal Lecter or Pink Ladies? It's the reference that although Madonna is bigger, I don't know. I also was like, does this count? But other people counted it. I searched the internet.
I mean, I wouldn't have gotten I don't think I've seen Cabaret. I don't think I would have gotten a Cabaret reference. It would have gone right over my head. So like as many as I feel like I'm catching, I feel like there are some that I'm missing just because I'm not familiar with that like piece.
Right.
You know?
Yes. So I know I'm missing them.
But you know what it does is when you do get it, you feel smart. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's why they sprinkle them in because like if you're such a dum-dum that you've only heard of Madonna, you feel smart. Because they're talking about something that I know. But like me, I'm like, oh, Gaslight was a movie and I know that. I'm smart. I got that reference.
And you know what? I got the reference, Don't Open Your Mail, but I only know the Unabomber's actual name is Kaczynski because of that movie where he goes, how do you like them apples? What's that movie?
Oh, Grease. No, Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, because Good Will Hunting, there's a bar scene.
Yes, when he's like, who's Ted Kaczynski, right? And he's like, the Unabomber. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I know Kaczynski's name. Otherwise, I've only known him as the Unabomber.
I think I watched like a documentary during the pandemic when I was obsessed with serial killers during the pandemic for that week. I don't know. Pandemic was a strange time for all of us.
It so was.
But yeah, I would have gotten that reference. But you're right. In Good Will Hunting was the first time I learned his name. But then I watched the documentary on him.
So yeah, that is all of my trivia. I feel like that's a lot.
That's good trivia. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm going to go watch Grease now and Good Will Hunting.
It makes me feel so good when you're like, ooh, that's good trivia. And I'm like, oh my God, I did homework and I did good.
Yeah, you did good on your homework.
So pathetic.
And I did no prep. I mean, okay, here's what I think I think we're never going to hear from or see Trix again, the whole series. Okay. I think she was a one episode wonder
Mhm.
And that's it. She came in for this one plot line and she's out. Unlike Christopher, who I think is going to reappear. I think we've set up Trix that she comes into town once a decade and we're done. I think this was insight into the actual financial situation of the family. Like there could still be an inheritance episode. I think the character might be talked about, but there's probably going to be an inheritance episode. I think she dies somewhere in the series. How's your face? You okay?
There's no face.
Okay, good.
There's no face.
There's no face.
There's no face.
No face. We didn't see Luke this episode,
No, we
which
didn't.
is a bummer. I hate every episode without Luke. And let's see. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think Tracy and Rory will patch things up.
Tracy, huh?
Tracy. Paris. Wow. That was weird.
That was weird.
I think Tracy. Oh my God. I think Paris.
What's
Where
happening?
did I even get the name Tracy?
I don't know, but you got it again.
What am I looking at? Trixie?
I don't know.
Was I saying Trixie? Tracy?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think Paris and Rory do eventually make up because I understand that Paris has a much longer timeline on the show. And I think that Paris and Rory have too much in common and they could come together through their hatred of Tristan, who's slimy and gross. I think Tristan should go out with Louise.
Oh, yeah.
The blonde of the Mean Girls. They seem like a better match. I don't think it happens based on your face.
No, there's no face. There's no face.
But yeah. I think that's it.
Okay, with my neutral face, I say that was very lovely, and I have no thoughts about anything that you said. Oh my God!
Good.
Gilmore Friends! Friends of the rewatching kind. Did your head explode? Mine did. Enjoy it. Thank you for listening. Click all the buttons in front of you. Thank you for doing so. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Good night.